I want to emphasize clarity on the reason why you want to go after or look into RV living, at least for a season. The reason I say you got to be clear about this, and it also has to be an emotionally compelling reason, because it's that emotionally compelling reason, that why, that will get you to look into this or actually experience it and go through with it, is that it'll cause you to go back to that reason, especially when you wonder what in the world did you get yourself into, whether it's the purchasing experience of an RV or the RV itself, or maybe you're under certain circumstances, you experience certain circumstances where you're going, wow, this is not all that it's cracked up to be or what I had signed up for initially. It's that, again, that compelling reason that's going to see you through those times, and it's going to make it worth every effort or experience in the long run. So again, get really clear about that. And I mentioned in the last blog that one of the reasons why my wife and I do this is because we wanted to live out a value, and we value traveling. We value relationships and nurturing those relationships and revisiting some of those relationships with individuals throughout various parts of the country. And to do that, one way to do that was to become mobile. And so I want to talk a little bit about the whole idea of research. Once you've established why you want to do this and you've weighed all the different considerations in terms of what it would take to do this, the research begins. And one of the places that I started with the whole RV living experience, or the idea of doing that, was to get with some trusted friends and relatives, and whether they owned an RV or not, or again, I think the biggest thing was just to get an honest opinion and assessment from, or at least a perspective from them, was to ask them to ask me the hard questions. Obviously, one of them would have been, why are you wanting to do that? And then the conversation would go wherever it went, with things like, well, what about insurance? Well, what about mail? What about job continuity, and so forth and so on. So the first place, one of the first places you'll want to start thinking about in terms of doing research and considering RV living, is to get around those trusted relationships and have them ask you the hardest questions that they can come up with. And we'll talk more about the research aspect of it in a following blog. Hope this helps. Talk to you later.